are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, set. 10, hut.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air. And they came away with 5 interceptions in that game.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw now. Here's Love. He'll try and do this himself. Take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of
able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready?
Now they'll run on the ball. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. The Packers add 8-3 now. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
33, set.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Love. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Give him 32 on the play.
1st and goal.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the 2 of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
Nothing doing there. They're going to line up holding it at the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Check,
and they'll run again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Lions nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Looking to put a drive together. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. You look at this Packers defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Let's go now. Coconut Dragon 50.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
Second and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Third and 12.
Wait. Here we go. Here we slide, drill, 10 black, glasses, black ultra.
Now Love. He'll try and do this himself. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on it.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, When they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Firing quickly out wide is Love. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Black shot. Let's go. Black, 95. Check, huh?
Love looking to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 21-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins. And the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he fights forward for a minus 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Micah Parsons racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. symptomatic of how this game's been going.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
18, pioneer. Mustang 19.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Rivers. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Buffalo 18. Dragon 60.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come on. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to throw again. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Theo Johnson, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Lions 7. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Black ultra, yellow, set.
Love. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Here we go. Here, claws red. 45, ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18, Rodgers, Viking, 18.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Ready. 10 black.
Love now. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. This time they stay on the ground. Breaks through the contact. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they still got a shot.
And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Mustang 19. Ready.
They'll try and throw for it here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
At the 40-yard line.
70. Let's go now. 60.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Detroit Lions, 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And so close, he gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Detroit.
Gibbs, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and 4. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Micah Parsons able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll drop the throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, it took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
19 tight.
Out of the gun now on third down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 40.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Come on.
play fake. Here's Love. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
It's a gain of 16
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of a sack.
At the 24-yard line.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Love fires that quickly outside. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
To number 84.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
38. Smash, ready, cut.
Here's Love. Now he's going to step up and run. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And certainly starting to appear that they might finally be about to suffer that first loss of the season. What a hit. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, 65 yards. And the Lions get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already,
well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
On the ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. There he goes again. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 22. 101 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Yellow.
Hands it off out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Lions' 22-yard line.
There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Ready?
He'll try again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Ready?
He'll try to run this one in. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th-quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever.
Micah Parsons getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. In motion comes the tight end left. Now it's the backup Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. That is caught. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs.
For the Lions, 1st down. A gain of 22.
To throw, Mayfield.
1st down, Detroit.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play.
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
And this is caught at the edge.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
That's another Detroit Lions.
They'll run with Gibbs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Mayfield. This is caught. Touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
The Lions will set up
Mayfield.
And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Ready? Check right. Ready?
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's caught downfield. It's Golden.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First down. First and 10 at the 22.
Play action this time with Love. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here we green jack. Ready?
Throwing. Love. Got a man complete. It's Taylor.
And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
To throw now. Here's Love.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Second down and 6 now.
Here we go. Here we go.
Love looking to throw it.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
On the ready.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Firing quickly out wide is Love. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Love to throw for it on 4th. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. From 13 yards out.
And the Packers are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is
he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the two-point try.
40, Lions 23.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. but he could not pull it in.
And 10 yards to go.
Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Hey, alert 33.
One last shot for Mayfield here. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Green Bay, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's their very first clunker of the year as they'll fall to 12-1. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next.